Welcome back. I suppose today we are watching another video. This one's from OCD, and apparently it's going to be disturbing, so let's get right into it.
Like someone with your eyes watching you, I think of it off the app and your phone off.
Outfit 7 Limited is a company that has carved out a massive name for itself in the mobile gaming industry. You see, since their founding in 2009, the company rapidly expanded, primarily focusing on software engineering and game design. But in case you happen to still not be familiar with them, you might know them by their biggest achievement, the birth of the Talking Tom franchise.
That's not creepy at all.
Beginning as a simple virtual pet app, Talking Tom exploded into a giant success, spawning dozens of games, a wide range of merchandise, and even an animated TV series. Today, Outfit 7 has accumulated over 23 billion downloads across all of their...
See, that's one thing actually I've been thinking about recently. These game studios, like mobile game studios, you never hear about their name specifically. Like they're always behind some sort of name until you hear it like in some sort of news like this. I think another one is I forgot the name now. It's like nope, it's gone. Never mind. Let's keep watching.
Their apps. Their success is arguably unmatched in the mobile gaming space. But behind the charming characters and the bright visuals, there lies a story far less innocent, one that most people have probably never even heard of.
Mint. Right. I like the sound of it.
Well, that's an app your kids are talking about. Looks like a cute little cat, but apparently they say it's hiding a big bad secret.
I'm good at editing on this video, I'm not lying.
Controversy. Now, kids and parents alike, some saying that, but the Talking Angela, that's the app.
Talking Angela app.
Talking Angela.
How would you really know if someone is watching you? On a normal evening in Slovenia, a man turns on his computer. His name is Samo Login. And what he doesn't know...
I'm sorry. There's no way your name is Samo Login. Like, what? I'm sorry, but the context of finding out his name, Samo Login, it's like his computer's telling him, Samo, log in! I don't know.
Is that the 3D model he's about to download from the internet in a few minutes will change the mobile gaming industry as a whole.
Oh, okay.
You see, from a very young age, Login found an early interest for programming and creating apps. It wasn't just
like
a hobby for him. It was a passion that would go on to shape the course of his life. So determined to follow this special path, he enrolled at the University of Ljubljana to study computer science. It was there, surrounded by code and creativity, that his lifelong passion began to evolve into something much, much bigger. He earned his bachelor's degree and later achieved his master's a bit up country at the University of Maribor. After graduating the university, he went on to work at the company 90, an internet search engine that was founded in 2003. It was considered the Google of Slovenia due to how popular it was, despite it only catering towards Slovenian needs. There at 90, Samo was a chief technology officer, one of the highest roles at an organization. But even with all of this, he still wanted more.
Oh, okay.
As days went on, Samo soon was left at a bit of a stagnant. Working at 90, not much really went on in his life. That was until 2008.
So, you're a developer and you've just spent 2 weeks or maybe a little bit longer writing this amazing app. Even the big developers would have a hard time getting...
Doesn't even take 2 weeks anymore, does it? Literally takes 2 seconds to make an app. AI is crazy, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm all for it because it just means people put their ideas out there a lot easier. I've been using things like that a lot. I've been creating my own app using the aid of AI recently, and it's not even to sell either. I just wanted the app. I wanted to be able to do it myself, and I did it myself. That's a good thing for you guys to listen to. Sometimes it's better to recreate something yourself and learn the process of doing it than just paying £20 a month to get this app that you might not even like, so you just wasted 20 quid. Something to consider. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below.
their app in front of every iPhone user. Well, we're going to solve that problem, what we call the App Store. This is an application we've written to deliver apps to the iPhone. And we're going to put it...
In 2008, after the initial release of the iPhone just 1 year prior, Apple released the App Store for iPhone. And
I never even thought about that. Like, I'm quite young. Never even thought of when, like, smartphones first came out, them not having an app store to start with. Like, how did you download things before then? I've always just thought they wrote that app with the phone, released it together, but it seems like they didn't.
It was revolutionary. You see, the App Store helped open up a new window of games most people had never seen before. This shift transformed smartphones from simple communication devices into so much more.
We've got categories here. If you want to find a game, if you want to find a business application, you want to find an application about finance as an example, easy to find stuff.
Now, software developers could publish their apps, making them instantly accessible. This newfound convenience came with the rise of a new genre of games. Games that were quick and casual, but also addictive, and that could be played with a device that stays in your pocket.
This is where children went down.
The crazy part about it is, as simple as these games were, they racked up huge amounts of money. Samuel and his wife Isa were inspired by this. They wanted to go on to make their own contribution to this new booming market. With the fairly new digital age becoming more and more prominent, this was their chance to make it big, and with the software experience Samuel already had, this looked like something that was pretty promising for them. And as a result of this, Samuel left 90 sometime in the late 2000s to pursue this dream. Together with his wife and a few other close friends that were also developers, they went on to make this dream a reality by taking a massive risk. They invested 240,000 euros, or about $270,000, into a company that would change everything. A change that some would say for the better, and others, the worse.
Wait, I can just pull that money out of your back pocket.
With 240,000 euros put into it, during July 2009, the launch of the software company Outfit 7 Limited was official. What started as a few friends' dream from the growing mobile gaming market was now a registered LLC. That being said, it was time to put their skills to use, and with no time being wasted, they got to producing their first few apps. Unfortunately though, despite their ambition, Outfit 7's first few games didn't exactly do well at all. In fact, they went on to release about 8 titles that eventually got discontinued and are now considered lost media today.
Oh damn.
Management at Outfit 7 quickly realized that this path they were taking didn't quite seem to be the right route. They had to think of something more relatable, something that people could resonate with better. Having all this in mind, they took to the internet. The humorous funny cat videos online were strangely something that caught their eye. With each of them generating millions of views, Outfit 7 saw it as the perfect opportunity. It was time to strike.
That's the same year I was born.
And so after only just a few weeks of hard work, their project was fully finished. On June 26, 2010, the team officially released their newest addition to the App Store, Talking Tomcat.
Oh,
the number one downloaded game at Apple's App Store right now is not Angry Birds, it's Talking Tom, a cat that repeats everything you say in any language. That's a happy cat. Talking Tom's been downloaded over 100 million times, and that's not counting the 10.
Outfit 7 had struck gold.
that's a lot of times.
Their small mobile gaming experiment somehow managed to spawn in millions of downloads in little to no time at all. People around the world absolutely loved it, and with their audience being primarily kids, the bright visuals and simple game mechanics were perfect.
Yeah.
But why did people love it?
So, what I'm getting from this video so far is that Talking Tom spawned iPad kids. That's the only explanation there is. I mean, what else? What else would it have been? I mean, obviously YouTube helped a lot. I suppose a bit later on than this, but I don't know. It must have kicked it off.
It so much. You see, besides the goofy visuals and the silly animations, Talking Tom had one standout feature that was different from the rest. Once installed, the app would request the user for microphone access, something that most people brushed off without a second thought. If
That makes
granted,
sense. It
Tom had the
repeats
unique
after you.
ability to mimic any verbal activity being voiced by the player.
Yeah, that
Lots we
makes
can
sense.
do with this app. This little tomcat's gonna listen to everything and repeat everything I say, as you can see.
Lots we can do with this app. This little tomcat's gonna listen to everything and repeat everything I say, as you can see.
Everything you said, your tone, your laugh, your inside jokes, he'd echo it right back to you, but in his signature high-pitched voice. It was hilarious. It was interactive. It was something that
I love
most
how they're
people
just
enjoyed.
fine with the adverts, just
But Tom
top, just
had
showing
one major
something that you
limitation.
wouldn't really see today.
Sure, he mimicked your voice, but it wasn't a real conversation. Outfit 7 wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible at the time, to create something that didn't just echo you, but could listen, respond, and even hold a conversation. Something
Well,
that felt more
we've got AI now, so
human.
Talking Tom's made redundant. Ugh.
Over the course of the next few years, Outfit 7 continued to publish many successful games. Due to the simple nature of them, creation of these games often only took a small amount of time, with a new game
Yeah,
being
I can
published about
imagine.
every 2 weeks.
Yeah, jeez.
While not every release became a hit,
Talking
most of them shared the
bacteria.
same winning formula. A silly character, playful animations, and of course, the iconic voice mimic feature.
Burn.
As time went on, these talking pets began crossing paths within different games. Certain apps would feature appearances from different characters, sort of weaving together a shared universe between these friends.
Avengers crossover.
But it wasn't until early the next year when a new character was revealed. It's January 2012, and Outfit 7 releases Tom's Love Letters, a simple yet charming app that introduced us to a future icon. Angela was a white cat with vibrant blue eyes that was initially established as a love interest for Tom. And although the app didn't consist of much gameplay, it started laying the groundwork for a more in-depth story of Tom, as well as this new Angela character.
Okay. Ooh, getting a bit intimate here.
As her role continued to expand with each passing game, her presence in the franchise steadily grew, making her one of the most iconic and recognizable characters. In response to all of this, later that year, Angela would go on to get her own game.
Ooh.
The kids are really sending us messages almost daily about Talking Angela.
Talking Angela was quite the technological innovation for Outfit 7. It was their biggest achievement in gameplay yet, due to one key feature. Angela was unlike the other characters. She had something that made her special. Communication. With the use of an AI chatbot, Angela could read and respond to your messages based on what you typed. And while it's nothing compared to the artificial intelligence we have today, in 2012, for a child that was barely paying attention to what they were playing, it worked.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But anyone who interacted with it for more than just a few minutes could clearly sense something was off. The conversation was toneless, dry, and lacking any real emotion. Every line Angela delivered felt empty, almost soulless.
What do they expect?
And with nothing but her robotic voice layered over a faint ambient background, the whole experience drifted from playful to quite unsettling.
Okay. I like these sound effects. Creeping me out.
Under the surface, there was something about her blank stare, those blue eyes, and the uncanny silence of the room that she sat in that didn't quite feel right. It was almost as if playing this game made you feel like you were being watched.
I feel like I'm being watched now.
But there was no way that was true, right? Was there more to this app? Perhaps
hiding in my house.
more to Angela's AI? Behind the cheerful visuals
Well,
and
if she
charming
wasn't an
animations, the game felt hollow. And beneath its colorful surface, there seemed to be a darkness quietly lurking. A mystery
Why is
that
that?
whispered to players, daring them to dig deeper. And so, they did just that.
Tonight at 10, and throughout the evening, 7 News will bring you steps you need to take to make sure you're getting the whole picture of your child's online activity.
It wasn't
years
until 2
later.
years later that something so small would begin to spread with terrifying speed.
Okay.
Facebook, being the world's top social media platform at the time, was the most convenient way to send users information about one another's life. With constant media being posted, shared, and viewed every second, the service was growing huge. That being said, it wouldn't take long for a few disturbing posts to unexpectedly go on to fuel a massive internet theory. You see, from time to time, Angela's AI
disgusting.
would often slip up and say things that felt off. Questions that seemed unsettling and way too specific for a children's game. Questions that were personal. At
Can you come
first,
outside?
most people
No!
brushed it off. Maybe it was a glitch, or perhaps random lines of dialogue with no meaning behind them.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
But as more and more
Angela's gonna
players
come.
started sharing their experiences, it got harder to
Like what she'll do.
ignore. Almost as if someone was typing these messages in real time. Watching
Yeah,
from
see?
behind the screen.
Big brain I am.
What seemed to back this up even more was that Talking Angela came equipped with facial recognition.
Huh?
She had the unique ability to decipher between different facial expressions, such as smiles, blinks, yawns, and more.
That
Angela
book?
could see you through your camera lens, observe your every
Nice
action.
one, that.
Given all this, in a player base consisting of pretty much only children, parents started to get rightfully
Well, that's
concerned.
illegal.
Because if there was someone controlling this app, it would be extremely easy for them to view and chat with users. So then came the question that haunted everyone. What could possibly be this person's intentions? People started to panic.
I'd fucking panic. I know this white
Post
cat
after
is
post,
staring at me in my
worried
sleep.
parents started to state
No.
their concerns. Over time, these warnings started flooding every corner of the site, spreading fast like a virus.
Yeah.
And while it's not 100% clear which of these were the first, one thing remained painfully clear. Angela had to go.
Yeah, she probably
With each
should.
passing day, the things Angela would say continued to grow more eerie. Every so often, she would ask you where you were from, what school you went to,
No.
even questions about your siblings or parents.
Don't look at me like that.
But perhaps the most terrifying thing mentioned about this entire situation was Angela's eyes. Multiple people began to report something strange, something hidden in Angela's eyes. A faint figure that seemed to resemble the silhouette of a man.
Men, that.
And while the claim sounds absolutely ridiculous now, back in 2014, when everyone was already on edge, this didn't seem too far-fetched.
I'm on edge. My stomach's gone
The fear
tight.
of this app was growing, and soon enough, people started contacting their local law enforcement.
Okay, that's a bit
It
much.
didn't take much longer for the authorities to get involved.
Okay, at least it
An
did something.
investigation was underway. In the heat of all this going on, things just seemed to get darker. A young boy named Eli Moreno just 7 years old, allegedly went missing in Dallas shortly after downloading the Talking Angela app.
Nah, mate.
According to the post, a hired detective claimed that they had been in the process of tracking the Angela man for a few days now, stating he's like a shadow. Eli's story quickly began circulating across Facebook, fueling the growing paranoia of the game's capabilities.
Yeah,
Panic was at an all-time high, and with this tension in the air, everyone had their eyes on Outfit 7. This graph shows the company's trajectory before the allegations. And this,
literally just
this is after.
Ooh.
It wasn't long until Outfit 7 came out with an official response.
The Call 7 investigators taking you behind the screen of an app causing a lot of controversy. Talking Angela, that's the app, is really a front for child predators. Well, those rumors running rampant online and through social media are not true, according to the things that we've been able to find out. There is no creeper behind this kitty's blue eyes.
It turns out the scare was based on a hoax, and an old one, too.
It's just not true. There's not a creeper behind Angela's eyes.
Be careful about believing everything you see on Facebook and social media.
With the official responses out, the majority of individuals concluded that this was all just one big internet myth. But if that was true, then what exactly went wrong? Sam O'Loughlin publicly spoke on the incident, referring to the whole ordeal as a hoax, and stating that the whole thing was absolutely ridiculous, going on to confirm that the game does collect some data, but no personal information at that. As for the creepy conversations, they were most likely just a result of outdated chatbot technology from 2012, and without the child filter mode enabled, Angela's responses could sometimes get a bit inappropriate.
Be sexting with talking
Furthermore, after a bit of research, people soon realized that the story of Eli Moreno was completely fabricated, with no evidence of his existence anywhere.
Right.
A bit of more digging confirmed that the site it was published on, Hustlers, was just one big satirical blog, making this whole disruption just a deceitful article.
Okay.
But even with all that debunked, one disturbing detail still lingered. What about the man? The man in Angela's eyes. Well, the truth is actually pretty simple. You see, in 2012, something as taxing as ray tracing wasn't even an option for mobile devices. Most reflective surfaces in video games weren't actually real mirrors, as that would be extremely demanding on software performance. Instead, developers utilize pre-baking an image texture into the surface of an object, only giving the illusion of a reflection.
Well, that's what I assumed to start with.
Talking Angela was indeed no stranger to this, and upon further inspection, there actually was something visible in Angela's eye. Enhancing the image shows the texture of a dark room, with what seems to be a
you just couldn't do
dresser
that before.
and a painting in it. No people, no creepy man, just a dark room.
Dark room.
What further
light room.
solidifies this is that the Talking Angela app wasn't even really a 3D game. Going into the app files, people discovered that rather than a fully modeled environment, Angela, as well as the world around her, were just hundreds of already 3D rendered image files played out in order to make it seem like she was moving. The short-lived allegations quickly died down, and despite the rumors proven to be false, Outfit 7 still went back in 2016 to remove the chatbot feature, maybe to avoid any future conflict. In 2017, Outfit 7 was sold to a Chinese investment group called United Luck Holdings, ending Sam Iz's ownership.
That's not good.
And today, The Talking Tom franchise is still strong and successful, continuing to release out games, merch, and even a TV series with 5 seasons.
Yeah.
In conclusion, the dent Angela left on the franchise was a very small yet memorable.
So that video was kind of pointless. It was kind of just getting our hopes up to make us think, oh, there was like a nonce on this app, and it turns out, nah, someone just wrote an article and everyone believed it. That felt like a bit of a waste of my time. I mean, it's a really well structured video. It's a good video. It's just the information was a bit pointless in my opinion. If you want to check out that video by OCD, there's a title. You can see it. Just go and give him a like. And while you're at it, down below, the like button, subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one in a bit.